Hey kids, welcome back. We're streaming live from New York City, from Guitar Quackery, which is located in Midtown Manhattan, in a fantastic music studio called Bob Elliott's Music Makers NY. Check it out if you happen to be in New York. So I am streaming live. This is a live stream, so, you know, it's a slow-paced video. And what am I doing here? Yeah, I'm also trying to send this video to our entryway TV screen. So that's also happening now. But I'm having some technical issues here on my phone, so bear with me, please. This is a Strat. I'm doing a level crown and polish today. Right now we are going to be recrowning the frets. I leveled them in the previous live stream. You're watching part 3 right now. And part 4 will be polishing. So level, crown, and polish. All right. I prefer to do it in parts. I think that makes sense. Makes it shorter that way and easier to find. You know, optimizing the search terms. All that good stuff. All right. And I'm almost done with this formality here. Yeah, so I use my phone to work this switcher like this. Where are we? Oh, I still have... Okay, so this is my phone, this is the switcher. I have a camera here as well. I forgot to set it up for this live stream. Yeah, might as well show my face here. This customer kind of, I wouldn't say that he requested that I stream this, but he hinted that he would love to see it on the live streams. So I do not stream, I don't do live streams for every guitar that I work on. That would be kind of crazy for me. But when I do live stream a project, and this is kind of like a standard project. It's just a level crown and polish, right? So if I do live stream a project, I like to complete the playlist because this is on its own playlist. So I want everything to be archived and recorded then, you know, for, you know, archival purposes. So we're going to be, yeah. So this is why last time I meant to stream on Saturday. Today is Wednesday. I don't stream every day. So by the way, if you like the idea of catching my live streams, you need to subscribe to this channel because that's the only way to catch me in real time. At this time, there are no scheduled live streams, right? I just do it whenever, right? And I'm still learning to navigate through the workday and through my customer appointments and whatever else I need to do. So when I'm live streaming a project, it's always done in parts, or not always, but most of the times. So sometimes the project needs to wait for a certain day when live streaming is possible. All right. So this is why this is taking a little bit longer. All right. So what have we here? We have the guitar. The frets have been leveled, and now I need to recrown them. So we have options. This is called a fret shield. But I'm just showing it, but I actually won't be using it for the recrowning. I'm just saying it's a possibility. The tool that I'll be using to protect the fingerboard is this tool. So this is a Music Nomad product, Fret Shield. And I'm not sure what they call these. It's also a Music Nomad product, Fret Guard maybe. So I will just use tape to hold these the fret guard and move it, from one fret to another. And this it comes in a set of three different sizes, as you can tell, and that's from this kit called Frine Fret Polishing Kit. Okay, so you have this fret polishing paste and some other, I think there's like a microfiber cloth inside, and these, right? I am putting links in the description of all the tools, not all the tools, but most of the tools that I'm using, so that you can buy them from Amazon. Those are Amazon affiliate links, so I do make a small commission. I'm required to disclose that I do make a commission, right? At no extra cost to you. All right. Like I said, I'm going to use tape. So this is not very convenient to hold, okay? So I use tape, just like that. All right, and then I can move the fret guard from fret to fret. Now, the reason why I'm using this instead of this is because I think it's easier to handle for individual frets, to crown them individually, because you need to crown them individually anyway. So yeah, we don't want it to be too sticky. So there, that takes care of that. Now we can mark off the frets in red. Why don't we do that? It's really not a requirement, but it is easier to see what I'm doing. So I also use these for this purpose. As you can see, there's a little bit of a red left there. Oh, but maybe before I mark them off, why don't I show you the frets? So they've been leveled off, and they're flat. So we need to recrown them. And here we are looking at one of the frets. This is the second fret. Got a little too much light there, but you can see how flat the fret is, okay? And that's why we need to recrown it. So if we move up the fingerboard, let me put the fret shield away because we don't need it. We might see a different situation because the frets were not all even. And here we have, in fact, a different situation. As you can see, let me focus. This fret was over radiused, so it was this was a lower spot, so it only removed a little bit from here, but it removed a lot more material from here because there was a whole hump. And that's the thing with over radiused frets, you end up with a hump in the middle of the fingerboard. So when you bend the strings need to go over the hump, and you can, fret out as you bend. So you need to raise the action more than you might want to. So I corrected the frets so that they have an actual 9.5-inch radius, which is on spec, which is how it's supposed to be on this guitar. So one thing to remember is all Fender guitars are not on spec. In fact, most of them are not. Okay. And that can be an issue during a setup. Okay, because people like low action, you might not be able to get the action as low as you might want to if the frets are over radiused. Okay, so I'm just going to mark them off in red. Yes, takes a minute like this, and it's really a good idea to protect the fingerboard, because you don't want to get this red marker on the finish. I mean, yes, you can remove it, but you know, it's better not to, right? So I'll be crowning the frets with the neck attached to the guitar up to maybe this fret, the 12th fret or 13th fret, and then I'll remove the neck to do this part, right? So the reason why I keep it attached to the body is simply because well, the body holds the neck nicely. I am thinking of making a jig that holds the neck, like that will hold a bolt-on neck, but I you know, haven't had time to put it together yet. Okay. All right, so I need to determine which crowning file or files I'll be using. So I will start with one of those. Those are Stumac files in four different sizes. I will simply try this size first and see if this seems to be the good size. And I believe so. I think it is. So let's put this here. You definitely want to protect it, and it's a good idea to keep the, to use the stainless steel protector, because otherwise the file can scratch the finish, right? So this is the wider side, and this is the narrow side, right? So here we go like this, and yeah, it's important to clean the file. It's also important not to overheat the fret. So cleaning the file is important, because otherwise the metal particles get clogged up between the teeth. All right, so this camera is a little bit in the way, so perhaps I reposition it. I can raise it up a little bit and zoom in. I think this is better for me. Yeah, no problem. So yes, I don't think I'll be using this file. All right, let's do this. So, you know, with the live streams, it's important to find a balance between, you know, making it nice for the audience and advancing with the work, with the job. So, you might not always get the perfect angle. Camera angle, viewing angle. Let me see. Maybe I should use this file a little bit wider. Yeah, I think this works better. It's important to keep cleaning the file because even before it gets plugged up, the metal particles will be scratching the red off, and it'll appear as if you are filing the fret on top, but you would just be removing the red because there would be a buildup of metal shavings. All right, so like that. You don't see much, so why don't I switch cameras? It's actually better this way. Yeah, maybe it will be better for you this way if I put the close-up camera on the other side. Yeah, I think this might work better. All right, let's try. Okay, so I finished this one. And I mark off my files. You see there's a red dot here so that I don't keep looking at which side is which. I just remember the dot needs to be on the outside, and that's it. So I am not using a diamond file at this time. Maybe I will use it later to produce a different finish, maybe. But you don't want to remove, I mean, you don't want to be, you don't want to use a diamond file to attempt to remove a lot of material. And these frets have areas that are really flat. So, you know, a conventional file is a better choice in this case. I do have diamond files, but I need something a little more aggressive for this. And, you know, this is the speed. Even now, I can feel that the fret does warm up just a tiny little bit. But you don't want to be too aggressive because it will heat up the fret. Now I can barely feel that it's you know, a bit warmer than this fret. Yeah, yeah, I can feel it. So I am obviously looking at the hold on, let me do manual focus here. Yeah, I'm looking at the red, and I now have a thin stripe at the tip of the fret crown, right? I'm also using, this is a fairly new thing for me. I did make one at home for myself, but for a different size neck, different profile. They are expensive. StuMax sells them, but you know, they are really good. Oh. So this is obviously going to take a while, and that's all we'll be doing in this video, in this live stream. So I will just be recrowning the frets. It's going to be very repetitive. There's going to be a change here after the 12th fret when I remove the neck. So we're already 20 minutes into this live stream, because I am in fact doing this more like a tutorial. This is why I wrote the title "How To," right? So not all live streams are tutorials, and not all future live streams will be tutorials. But I guess if I do make tutorials in the future, I will call them "How To," all right? So that it will clearly be a tutorial. There's only so many tutorials you can make of the same exact job or procedure. Although leveling and crowning frets isn't always necessarily the same exact procedure. It's going to depend on the fingerboard and on some other variables. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit tired, falling asleep. I fell asleep the other day during a live stream, dozed off, because I'm sitting again. So when I sit, I might fall asleep. Yeah, I do these tutorials to you know, share the knowledge. The other channel, which is oh, there's a very interesting video coming up. Let me tell you about that one on the other channel. So the other channel is an educational channel, kind of like an offbeat educational channel, right? It takes me forever to edit, so although the channel is monetized, it's really, you know, small change, so it's still costing me money to produce the videos. So it's not that I don't want to. I've spent hours and days and weeks and months editing, not to mention how much it's costing me. So it's costing me in time, which is more valuable than money, right? Because I could be doing something else with my time. Like I could be working and, you know, charging for my time, right? But I could be doing other things as well with my time. So I absolutely hate editing videos. And on the other channel, I have no choice. So I do procrastinate a lot. I feel it's really hard for me to get started. You know, not again. Oh, man, I have to edit. You know, that's kind of like what goes through my mind. Well, with this channel, there's no editing. So that's why it's a separate channel, because the content will look differently. It'll attract different audiences. This channel is good for those who actually want to see every detail, because I'm going to cut anything out obviously. It's also good for those who like the idea of catching me in real time with a little delay, right? Latency. The latency, I think, is just a few seconds, right? Also, I need to figure out how to read comments. Right now, I have a computer over there, and I can't see what people write. Comments, I mean the chats, live chats. But I need to buy another monitor and mirror that screen here so I can read the comments and chat with you guys. Yeah, so sometimes I read the chat messages and I try to answer some questions. It's not always possible because I can only do it after I'm done with the work, which means, again, it's taking up my time. But if I can figure out how to read them as I'm doing my work, then it wouldn't be extra time, obviously. And I would be happy to answer questions. All right, top view again. So what are we doing here? The 5th fret. So today the recrowning is a slow process simply because of the amount of material I had to remove to correct everything, you know, from some of the frets. It's not always like that. Yeah, so I don't know if you ever want to fall asleep when you're driving. This is how I feel right now. I feel like I'm driving and I'm gonna fall asleep. So, like I said, the other day I dozed off, and I was talking just to keep myself awake, like I'm doing now. And then when I was in that mental state between being awake and asleep, I started dreaming, and then I started narrating my dreams, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, I said something about some Hungarians, which had nothing to do with the bridge reglue job that I was doing. And I said something about some horny guys waiting. So those were my dreams. Not horny Hungarians. Hungarians, and then 5 minutes later, horny guys. So I don't know if the horny guys were Hungarian. I know how the Hungarians came about because I subscribed to a channel, a Hungarian channel. I mean, the host is Hungarian, so I think I was thinking about that channel. But the horny guys, I don't know what I was dreaming about. So I might say something that doesn't make much sense in a few minutes if I fall asleep. So I'm warning you. Yeah. Here's this fret. What is this? 5, 7th fret. Yeah, with these files, you don't want to push too hard either, because you want to produce a smooth surface. So just like anything else, good results take time. And yeah, I want to produce good results here, so. So this fret is flat between the B string and the A string, not so much at the two ends. That's my switcher. I can access the switcher through my phone or through, it's called an Elgato Stream Deck. Yeah, you can Google that. Or I can just push the button on the actual switcher. And my switcher can record and or stream, right? So when I record my videos for my main channel, I use the switcher to record. Right? There's a USB-C hard drive receptacle socket. I caught myself yawning. I'm just wondering how much the stainless steel fret guard is preventing me from recrowning the fret fully. It doesn't seem to be a problem, because these frets, although I leveled them significantly, they got still a lot of height, so it'll be fine. I know, it's boring to watch. It's definitely not for everyone. Oh, I remember, I was going to show the wood grain, which caused an issue, which is one of the reasons why we had to do a level crown polish on this guitar. So I'll show it when I remove the neck. Okay. I feel like I need a break. I wanted to talk about something, but I didn't write it down. What was it? It was something to do with the, channel and the future of the channel. And I already talked about some developments. If you rewatch some of the previous live streams, I don't know which, but I did talk about some developments. Oh man, I'm falling asleep again. Yeah, because I should be standing maybe. All right, this way I don't fall asleep. So I did make an announcement that I'm going to start another channel for those viewers who actually want to work as repair technicians or be in the guitar business somehow, because I can share some of my experiences on that channel. Now, every situation is going to be different. I completely realize that. I totally realize that. But, I can probably help some people. That's what this whole... Yeah, so I want to basically develop more like a guitar quackery YouTube network of, 3 or 4 channels. This way, it's categorized, right? So now there's a streaming channel, and which is this one called Guitar Quackery Live, and there's the main channel called Guitar Quackery. So the third channel I'm going to start very soon is going to be called Guitar Quackery Business, and that's going to be the business of guitars. Oh yeah, this channel is called Guitar Quackery Live, and what's the phrase? The one and only live streaming guitar repair channel. That's what I call it. So for now, it's the one and only, to the best of my knowledge. Once other people start doing it, which is perfectly fine with me, maybe I will rename it. Or I will have to rename it, because, Now, I watch other repair techs on YouTube, and I enjoy watching Ted Woodford from Canada. I'm sure anyone watching this channel now knows his channel. Yeah, I just like listening to him. So sometimes I bring my computer to the kitchen, and as I'm preparing food, I just, play his videos. And he has such a nice, soothing voice. I really like his channel. Not to mention, I've learned quite a few things from his channel. I was just watching Robert Baker the other day. He had a good video about some guitar mods. You should check it out. I like his channel. I don't watch it as much as I should. So I am doing the 11th fret now, and the horn is, close to the file. So I'll be able to work on the 12th fret, but then I'll remove the neck. I think the first guitar channel that I subscribed to years ago, I think was Dylan Talk Stone. I think so, yeah. I haven't watched his channel in a while now. I go through phases. I do like his channel. I don't know if you hear the bongos. There's some kids here. There's a music school that rents the studios here. They're called Replay. They got really nice instructors. And they teach what age group? I would say between 7 and 15 or so. Okay, so now this here is the last fret I'll be doing with the neck mounted to the body. That's the 12th fret. Now, if I do this on the neck jig, obviously, I would keep the neck attached to the body, and then I would do this half from this side, and then I would go and hit the frets on this side from the other side, standing on the other side. But here I'm simply going to remove the neck and finish it off on the bench. So I think that the upcoming channel, Guitar Quackery Business, will be developed quickly. First, I got experience, and I don't plan on doing any editing, or not much editing, on that channel. There's no need, right? So it's more about sharing information. So just maybe like the other guitar channels, right? Like Phil McKnight or Dylan, they just talk about something and explain it without really much editing, if ever, and they are able to produce content on more regular basis, because I really hate editing. And once the monetization gets better, I will definitely hire an editor. Right now, it would be just too much out of pocket. I just can't do it. because hundreds easily add up to thousands. Okay, let's remove this neck. Okay, so I've removed this neck before, you know, this actual neck from this guitar. But definitely when I do it for the first time, I want to, you know, make sure I use the screwdriver first before I switch to the power tool. And I might not even switch to the power tool in some cases. But here I can, because I've, you know, removed it before, like I said, and I had no issues. And you can obviously watch in part 1 of this series, I had to do a little adjustment. Typically these screw holes are too tight on a Fender body, and I explained why you need to enlarge them. I didn't say why it's a good idea to enlarge them. I did say why you need to enlarge them. But that's in part 1. Okay. So now I can simply pull these screws out because I've enlarged these 4 holes. Okay. Okay. That's that. There's a little chipping here that I think I'm gonna kind of stabilize with super glue, also known as CA glue. Not now, maybe in the next episode. Yeah, there's a bunch of kids there. They're having fun. So I am a little worried about this guitar body, because the gig bag is more like a raincoat. It's not really it's not a padded gig bag at all. So, but that's why I got to be extra careful. Okay, and now I'm going to continue. So should I put this camera here? Why not? Yeah. So I guess moving the cameras around does add a few minutes to the job. Okay. Here we go. Now I'll be working on this fret, the 13th fret. What was this file? Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to be hitting the corners, so I'm keeping the file kind of flat. You can't keep it flat anyway, so if you try to keep it flat, it'll be doing just the right amount of contouring. Is that even a word? If the file starts to skid, yeah, you got to make sure that it's completely clean. Now, once again, because I'm keeping my face away from the camera, I'm kind of falling asleep. Obviously, if this wasn't a live stream, I could take a quick nap, a little power nap. But let me finish these frets, and then I'll take my power nap, and then I'll continue with next part, right? What are we on? Part 3, so next part will be part 4. Another issue with the maple fretboards is depending on how they're made, if you have finish over the size of the frets, yeah, no comment. And then another issue is if it's an older guitar and you use tape, you might peel off the finish. That happens. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they look good. Then I'll be sanding the frets. That'll be part of the polish. Part of the polishing, sanding. Level crown and polish. I guess you could say a level crown, sanding and polish, but yeah. Okay. Now this one needs more. Yeah, I did almost fall asleep now, so sorry. I need coffee. Or no, I need sleep, yeah. Uh, oh yeah, I think I know what I wanted to talk about. Yes, now I know. How many people are watching? 2 people. Okay. Um, I am going to, kind of restructure this whole repair business so that I want to be able to just take much fewer jobs. And I did kind of talk about this already once. And just take the jobs that I want to live stream or make recordings of for the main channel, and then spend more time producing content. So still take jobs so that I can show the work that I do, make a whole bunch of tutorials. People also, I receive emails every year, right? A few emails per year. People are looking for a school, repair technician school. So with the school, I could also have the students in my videos, because people can relate to students, right? Yeah, so with the school, I would, I'd have to make the same money that I would normally make in the amount of time it takes to work on guitars, right? So that's how much the students would be paying me. And then I could also be live streaming or recording their work. Where am I? Oh, I am approaching completion. See, and I'm not even using, as you can tell, I'm not even using this right now. Why not? I don't know, maybe I just forgot to put it there. I mean, it's fine if I don't, scratch it. Yeah. So 4 more frets, and then we can wrap it up. That'll be the end of this episode. And then I really need to take a nap. And then we can... oh, no, I can't take it. No, I can. What time is my appointment? What time is it now? 6:30 about. My appointment is at 8. Okay. Yeah, so I do have an appointment. It's a Zoom appointment. So the customer isn't coming here. I already have the guitar here. So sometimes I do my assessments virtually. So if the customers cannot drop off the guitars, because I don't keep like my schedule open for pick up and drop off, at all times. So if, especially for drop off, right? So if people can't drop off their guitars during my, scheduled hours and days, then I make arrangements for them to drop off their guitar or guitars during the other days, right? And then, okay, so I need to explain something first. The way I work is, so it's called guitar quackery, right? So I work like a doctor. I examine the guitar first. So I do an assessment, right? So people book their appointment time on the calendar and pay a fee. Now, I tell them how much time to reserve on the calendar, and, you know, it'll, for each option, there's a different price, right? Obviously. So they book an appointment and they pay the fee on the calendar. It's a square calendar, square, the service square, which is this thingy. You know, that's the credit card terminal. It's got this square logo. I think you know this, right? This is what it's like, right? Square. Yeah, so they also have a calendar. And where's my file? So people can book an appointment on the calendar. And then when they bring their guitar, I do a full assessment. And then I tell them what the guitar needs. Now you might be wondering, what if they only want a setup? Well, that's a good question, and I totally get it. But prior to even booking the appointment, I send a PDF to each and every customer that explains that this is more like omakase, like the Japanese chef that decides what you're going to eat. So you go to the restaurant, to the omakase restaurant, and you don't order food. So same thing here. So I will never sell a service that isn't needed, because I got enough work anyway, right? I turn down about 60% of currently of callers. So I don't need to sell a service that's not needed for the guitar. I can just take another guitar if I need work. I mean, agree to work on another guitar, right? But so people read the PDF and they text me back if they agree. See, some people never reply to that. And I just had a customer like this today. They read the PDF and they, you know, wow, you know, whatever. This guy's crazy. But, you know, it's the way it is, right? And then I do a full assessment, and then I discuss what the guitar needs, and there might or might not be options, because people think they want a setup, but, you know, not necessarily, right? They want the guitar to work, to perform. And they think they might need a setup, but they might need a new nut or something, or fretwork or whatever. So that's how I do. That's how I work. Now, in some cases, people can't drop off the guitars during my appointment times. So then I make arrangements outside of that, so they can drop off the guitar whenever, you know, they want. Even if I'm not here, they can drop it off at the front desk. And then they book a Zoom appointment. Okay, and it's the same thing. They pay a fee, and then I use these cameras and the microscope and all that to, to do a live virtual assessment over Zoom. So same thing. Sometimes I even make recordings. If so, I used to make recordings and then put the videos on my channel as unlisted. But now I can just do a live stream, right? Because now I have this separate channel, live streaming channel. I can just do an assessment as a live stream, and then just send them the link. They can watch the replay whenever. I think I've done it that way on this channel once. I'm not sure anymore. You see, I slipped. I almost damaged the finish, but I didn't. So here, where the frets are closer together, this thing doesn't always work. Okay. It does. So that's one, I don't know if you want to call it advantage or disadvantage of live streaming my work. If I make a mistake, if I damage the guitar, it's all recorded. See, here's the thing. The guitar techs will accidentally damage guitars. And I have a policy to disclose everything that happens if something happens. And if something happens, then we discuss it with the customer. So I guess it's an advantage if it gets recorded, because they can watch it, they can see it was an accident. That's it. So not if it happens, but when it happens, it'll be recorded. Yeah, I don't want to really sanitize this channel. Again, no editing. I also don't want to sanitize the other channel with the produced content, because I think mistakes are just part of life, and they show that human element. And I can also show how to resolve a mistake or an accident. So that's also educational. I'm almost done with the recrowning. And, oh, there's a comment. I can't see. It's too small. It's too far away. Yeah. I do want to put a monitor here so I can read the chats, but right now I'm actually investing in something else. Something I don't want to talk about just yet, but I think I will make a video very soon on the main channel. So subscribe to the main channel if you haven't done so already. But it's going to be something really cool if it happens. And that's why I don't want to really talk about it, because if it doesn't happen and then I talked about it, it makes me look like, a fool. But I think it will happen. But it's expensive. And I had to buy a whole bunch of other equipment for whatever. I can't even remember. Always something. Okay, so this is it. It's been recrowned. I already did the, I think in part 1 of the series, the fret ends. I think I did it. Was it on this guitar? I think so. Yeah. And now I am going to take a break, power nap, okay, like I said. And then we'll do some more work on this guitar. It's Dr. Jeffrey Boyle. Yeah, so it's a peace sign guitar and smiley face with sunglasses. Thank you, doctor. Okay, kids. You know, you'll understand when you get to my age, but I need to take a nap, okay? And I will go into the studio, my favorite place. There's a couch. There's 3 studios with couches. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if you're in New York City, check out Music Makers, Bob Elliott's Music Makers, NY. It's a friendly place. And bring your guitar, bring your wallet. Yeah, don't forget your wallet. Some people come without wallets because they just do tap to pay. Now, I take tap to pay, so it's not a problem. So you don't need to bring your wallet, bring your phone. Yeah, all right. I am going to take a short break, and I'll be back within, I hope, like 20 minutes. How about that? All right. Thank you. Talk soon. Bye.